Hi, I'm Brendon. Today we're doing a twisty vinyasa flow and working our way into side crow. If you're new to this pose or you just haven't quite mastered it yet, it's a good idea to have a yoga block handy for whenever we get to that part of the class. Also, please make sure your wrists are nice and warmed up before beginning this or any hand balancing practice. And if you'd like a short video to follow along with in order to warm up your wrists, I'll link one down into the description below for you. Let's begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. So bring your feet hip width distance apart from each other, spread the toes out wide, close down your eyes just for a moment, tuning into your breath. Feel the bottoms of your feet against the mat beneath you. Take a deep inhale through your nose, fill up the lungs. Then exhale through your nose, pull your belly in to press all the air out. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale fully, belly pulls in. One more time like that. And then the next time you breathe in, reach your arms out and up, palms meet at the top. Exhale, bend to your right, press your hips to the left. Keep both feet rooting down to the ground. Soften the left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend towards your left, press your hips to the right. Right shoulder softens down. Back to center, inhale. Chair pose with your exhale. Palms can come apart. Sink your hips down and back. Shift more weight into your heels. And start engaging your core. So zip the belly in and up. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Keep the knees as bent as you need to as we warm up here. Bring palms to shins, lift up halfway as you inhale. As you exhale, release and fold forward. Inhale, circle your arms out, stand all the way back up. Exhale, side bend to the right, press your hips left. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend towards your left. Inhale, center, chair pose with your exhale. Cactus arms this time, so bring elbows in line with the shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades together behind you. And then notice when you did that, did your low ribs flare out? If they did, tuck them back in so your core is nice and strong. Now bring hands to heart center. On your exhale, twist towards your right. Staying up nice and high. We're not taking elbow outside the knee yet. Just twisting using your core muscles. Now shift the weight into your left foot. See if you can pick up the right just an inch or so. Set it back down, switching sides. Left foot lifts. Set it back down. Inhale, reach up, unwind. Take a little back bend. Chair pose, exhale, sink the hips down and back. Hands come to heart center. And then twist towards your left. Shift the weight into your right foot. See if you can pick up the left. And then lower the left foot, hover the right one. And let it go. Inhale, reach up, take a small back bend. Exhale, swan dive down to a fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep your arms out, rise up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the left. And come back to center. Now keep your hip bones both facing the front of your mat. And on your next exhale, twist toward the right, opening your arms up toward the right side of the room. Breathe in, unwind and reach up. Breathe out, twist to the other side, open up the arms to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Chair pose on your exhale, cactus arms. Notice those low ribs, tuck them back in if you need to. And then bring hands to heart center. Exhale, twist toward the right. Shift the weight into your left foot, hover the right one. Set it down, switch sides, hovering left. Set it down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, back to your chair, sinking down, twist left. Press down through your right foot, hover the left. And switch it out, lifting the right. And lower, inhale, reach up, straighten the legs, lift your chest. Swan dive down, exhale. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine forward. And plant your hands and step one knee back at a time, coming to all fours, tabletop pose. Spread your fingers out wide, planting the wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And make sure you're pressing down through your fingertips. On your inhale, lift your chest and tailbone, arch your back. On your exhale, round and press the floor away. Inhale for cow pose, lift your chest. Pull hands and knees toward each other to make this even more active. Exhale, cat pose, pressing hands and knees away from each other now. Pull the belly in. Let's take 2 more rounds like that. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, round. And last time. Come back to a neutral spine now and step your right foot toward the back of your mat. Press your heel back. Enjoy that little calf stretch for a moment. Then roll to the big toe edge of your right foot. Lift your right arm up, side plank. So you're welcome to stay here, keeping the knee down, or you could step left foot in front of the right for a different version of side plank. And then in whichever version you are, we're adding a little twist to this. So with your exhale, reach right arm underneath the left, twisting. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Last one, twist. And reach up. Right hand comes back to the mat. Both knees come down, box pose. Scapular shrugs are next. So for these, you'll keep your arms straight. Inhale to pull the shoulder blades toward each other. And then exhale as you press them away from each other, widening across the upper back. So inhale, pinch the shoulder blades. Exhale, press them away. Keep your core strong and stable the whole time. Inhale, pinch. Exhale, press. 2 more. And press. Last one, shoulder blades together. And press them away. Release that, come back to neutral, and step your left foot to the back of the mat. Take your calf stretch. Roll to the big toe edge of your left foot now. Find your side plank, first with the knee down. And then if you'd like to extend the right leg, step your right foot in front of the left. Keep pressing down through your right fingertips. And then we'll take 3 of those twists. So exhale, twist, reach left arm under the right. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Last one, twist. and reach up. Exhale, left hand comes back to the mat and both knees come back down. 3 more scapular shrugs. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, press them away, wide upper back. Inhale, pinch them together. Exhale, press them away. Keep zipping the belly in and up. Last one. Now bring your big toes to touch, knees a little bit wider. Sink hips to heels. Find a child's pose. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. You could stack left palm over right if that feels good to you. And think about sending your breath into your left side ribs. Walk your hands through center and over to the left side. Stacking right palm on top if you did that on the first side. Breathe into your right side, feeling all those intercostal spaces between your ribs expand. Walk your hands back to center. Then curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal this one out, bending one knee at a time, or maybe shifting heels side to side, just finding some movement that feels good to you. And then settle your dog. You could keep the knees bent if your hamstrings are tight. We're really trying to prioritize length in the spine over straight legs. With your next inhale, lift your right leg up toward the sky, three-legged dog. Keep your hip bones facing the mat and flex your right foot. Exhale, curl right knee in towards your nose. Shift shoulders forward over the wrists. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee across the body to the left tricep this time. Pause here. Extend your legs, set your foot down, and turn hip bones toward the mat. You could keep the right knee a little bit bent here if you need to. We're just looking to get a stretch in the outer leg, IT band kind of area. As you exhale, pull right knee in towards your chest. Then step forward between your hands, finding a low lunge with back knee on the mat. Press your hips forward and then widen your collarbones. Reach your heart forward. Place your left hand on the mat, twist towards your right, reaching the right arm up. Then get really strong through your legs. Pull right heel and left knee toward each other. Zip your belly in, and then keep your twist as you lift up. Left arm reaches up and back, reversing your lunge. Keep the hips moving forward. Keep stretching the left hip flexor. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Lift your left leg up, standing splits. Doesn't really matter how high your left leg goes, just make sure it's active. So foot is either pointed or flexed. It's just doing something other than hanging out there. Shiva squats are next. So with your exhale, bring left knee behind the right, bend your right knee. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee behind right. Inhale up. One more time. Exhale, squat. Inhale, left leg up. Slowly and gently set left foot down at the back of the mat, finding a lunge. Then right foot steps back to meet it, plank pose. Lower your knees from here for our chaturanga because we'll do a few of these. Make sure your arms are externally rotated. That means biceps are spinning forward and triceps back. On your exhale, lower halfway, only trying to get upper arms parallel to the floor. Inhale, press back up. Twice more like that. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Last one, lower. And press up. Curl the toes under, lift your hips up, down dog. Let's take 2 nice deep breaths here. And then lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Hips square to the mat, left foot flexed. And breathe out, curl left knee in towards your nose. Breathe in, lift your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to the right tricep. Pause here. Extend your legs, set your foot down. Turn hip bones toward the mat. With your next exhale, hug left knee in towards your chest and step your left foot forward. Back knee comes to the mat. Press your hips forward, stretching through the front of the right hip. And lift the chest, reaching it forward. Plant your right hand, twist to the left, reaching your left arm up. Then strengthen your legs, pull left heel and right knee toward each other. Keep your twist as you lift up. Reach right arm up and back, reverse the lunge. Keep the hips moving forward. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, standing splits. Lift your right leg up. Again, make sure that lifted leg is active, pointing or flexing your foot. Shiva squat. Exhale, right knee comes behind the left, bend into your left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to knee. Inhale up. One more, knee to knee, take your squat. Inhale up. Nice and slow, set your right foot at the back of the mat to a lunge. Left foot steps back to meet the right, and then lower your knees down. Arms are externally rotated. Fingertips press down. 3 more of those chaturanga push-ups. So exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Once more, lower. And lift. Curl the toes under. Send your hips up and back. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And soften your knees. Look forward. And step or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift with an inhale, lengthening forward. Exhale to fold. Reach your arms out, rise up to standing. On your exhale, lean to the right, press your hips left. Inhale brings you to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Back to center, inhale. Chair pose with your exhale, hands can come to heart center. Then twist towards your right. Shift the weight into your right foot, hover the left. Just make sure you're balanced. And then almost like we're coming to a warrior 3, start kicking your left foot back, nice and slow. But then left toes come to the back of the mat for a twisted lunge. Open your arms up toward the right. Then reach your left arm up and back, reverse the lunge. With your exhale, lower left hand down toward the mat. Keep your twist. We're just tapping left fingertips down. And then lift back up, reversing the lunge again. This time as you exhale, warrior 3. So bring both arms overhead, shift the weight into your right foot, And lift the left leg up when you're ready. Hands can come to heart center. And then we'll try Shiva squats from here. So on your exhale, bring left knee behind the right, bend the right knee. Inhale, extend out. Only one more. Exhale, take your squat. Inhale, extend out. On the exhale, left foot steps outside of the right foot. So pinky toe sides of the feet are together and fold. Knees can bend. Relax your head and neck. Uncross your legs now so you're in a regular forward fold. Just notice how your right side feels compared to your left. With your next inhale, lift up halfway, long spine. Exhale, fold. Reach out, rise up to standing. Breathe out, side bend right. Return to center, and then bend to the left. Inhale, center. Chair pose as you exhale, hands to heart. Twist towards your left. Start shifting the weight into your left foot just so you can lift the right a little bit. Make sure you're balanced. And then slowly, mindfully kick the right foot back through warrior three and find your lunge. Right toes at the back of the mat, twisting to your left. Open your arms up once you're there. Reach right arm up and back. As you exhale, keep your twist, but tap your right fingertips down to the mat. Left arm lifts up. Inhale, reverse, lifting up and back. Warrior three with your exhale, both hands come overhead, shift the weight forward, launch off the back leg. Bring hands to heart center, you know what's coming next. 2 Shiva squats. Exhale, bring a right knee behind the left and bend. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bend, last one, and extend out. Now right foot steps outside of the left, fold. Catch your breath. Soften the knees. Find a little relaxation before our next sequence. Uncross your legs now. Breathe in and lift up halfway. Breathe out and release. Circle your arms out, come up to standing. Exhale, bend towards your right. You may notice you can go even farther now and bring it back to center. Exhale to the left side and center. Chair pose, sink the hips down and back. Weight comes into the heels. Exhale, twist towards your right. This time, feel free to take left elbow outside of the right thigh and sink the hips down even more. Keep pressing the palms together, maybe increasing your twist just a little. And then this is the first way that we'll enter side crow today. So go ahead and sink your hips down farther, lift the heels, bring your hands to the mat on your right side. You want to plant your hands about shoulder width distance apart from each other and spread the fingers out nice and wide. Make sure the arms are externally rotated. Press into the fingertips. Then you'll lift your hips, bend your elbows straight back, just like you're doing a chaturanga, and then let your right thigh find your elbows. Make sure you're looking forward in front of your hands and start shifting the weight in that direction. You'll find a point when your elbows are stacked directly over the wrist where your feet start to get light and they may lift up. You can always just stay here once your thigh finds your elbows and just practice shifting. The feet don't even have to leave the floor. Just shift forward and back. Get used to having weight in your hands. If you are newer to this and you have a block available, it can be helpful to put a block in front of your right thumb, because we'll rest the right shoulder there, and you want it a few inches in front of the index finger. So start out the same way, lift the hips, bend the elbows, make your shelf. Then when you shift forward, make sure you bring right shoulder to the block, and then you'll find lifting the feet a lot easier. So that's just another way to get the body used to being in that shape. Now let's all come back to a twisted chair for a moment. Send the left foot back to a lunge, keeping the twist. Open up your arms, reach the left arm up and back. Exhale, tap left fingertips to the mat, keep your twist. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior three, launching off, shifting the weight to your right foot. Then bring hands to heart center, only one Shiva squat this time around. Exhale, left knee comes behind right, pause here. Then lower left knee down so it comes outside of your right foot and take a seat. We'll start with an open twist here. So lift your right arm up. On an exhale, take a right elbow inside of your right knee. Twist toward the left. Gently unwind, and then we'll twist in the other direction, wrapping left arm around the right knee. And here's option number 2 for coming into side crow. So this one will give you crossed legs, almost like eagle legs, which you can then extend out if you want to play around with that version of the pose. So for this, you'll have to come up to stand on your left shin and your right foot. Twist towards your right, hands shoulder width distance apart from each other. Again, fingers spread out wide. Bend the elbow straight back. Let your right thigh find your elbows. Then look in front of your hands, a couple of feet really, it's pretty far forward. Start shifting the weight forward and see if you can lift the legs. You could keep them tucked in like this or start to extend the right leg forward and the left leg back. Nice and slow, come back to our cross-legged seat. And then uncross your legs, planting the feet in front of you pretty wide. Just start swaying the knees side to side. All right, now we'll meet in a forward fold at the top of the mat. So use your hands to come up to a little squat. Lift the hips up high. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Breathe out to release. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bend to your right, press the hips left. Back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. And come to center. Chair pose as you breathe out, hands to heart. Twist towards your left. Sink a little deeper, let right elbow come outside of the left thigh. Keep pressing the palms together. So now you can try side crow on the opposite side by sinking the hips down even more, lifting your heels. Hands come to the left side. Spread those fingers out. Really press down through the fingertips. That helps you avoid having wrist pain from arm balances. Lift your hips up, bend the elbows back. Gaze in front of the hands and let your left thigh find your elbows so you have a little shelf for your leg. Start exhaling, shifting forward. Maybe the feet don't leave the ground yet, and shift back. Again, exhale, shift forward. And then if you feel that point where your feet start to get light, where your elbows are directly over the wrists, maybe you lift up. Feel free to use your block again if you liked that on the first side. For this side, you would place the block in front of your left thumb, a few inches in front of your hand. So I'll give you another moment to play around with this. Maybe this side feels easier than the first side, or maybe a lot harder. Usually, we have a dominant side where all the poses feel easier. So not really a big deal, just notice. And then let's meet back in a chair, twisting to the left. Lift your right foot up, slowly extend it back so you can step back into the twisted lunge. Open the arms up, reach right arm up and back. Exhale, tap right fingertips to the mat. Lift the left arm. Inhale, reverse. Warrior 3 with your exhale, shifting the weight into your left foot, launch off. Hands come to heart center, one Shiva squat. Breathe out, bring right knee behind left. Then lower right knee all the way down to the floor outside of your left heel and have a seat. Inhale, reach your left arm up. As you exhale, left elbow comes inside the left knee, twist to the right. Inhale, unwind, twist in the other direction, wrapping right arm around your left knee. Still lifting the spine up, growing nice and tall. And then option if you want it to play around with side crow from this position. So you'll lift up onto your right shin and left foot, twist toward the left, plant your hands. Bend the elbows straight back. Let your left thigh find the elbows, finding that shelf. Look forward and start to lean forward. Make sure you're doing that on an exhale. It helps to engage the core more. Then slowly begin to lift the feet up, either keeping the legs hugging toward each other in that cross position, or extend the left foot forward, right leg back. See if you can come out of it the same way you came in, slowly and mindfully. Have a seat. Uncross your legs, plant your feet in front of you, and windshield wiper the knees side to side a couple of times. Then scoop your belly in, roll all the way down onto your back. We're setting up for a bridge pose now, so bring your feet pretty close to your glutes. Feet about hip width distance apart from each other. On your exhale, lift your hips up, rooting down through your heels. You could slide your shoulder blades closer together underneath you and press into the upper arms. If you have your block handy, you could slide the block underneath your sacrum, which is kind of a small triangular flat spot at the very base of your spine. And lower your hips down onto the block, taking a more restorative version of bridge. If you don't have a block, slowly lower your hips back down to the mat. And then everyone lift one leg up at a time toward the ceiling to a restorative waterfall pose. It's kind of like legs up the wall, except obviously we don't have a wall for this one, but it's still very restorative. Now lower your legs back down to the mat. Remove the block from underneath you if you had it there. And just take a moment of stillness and silence here, closing your eyes down, letting your body soak in that practice. If you have time, I'd encourage you to stay here for at least a couple more minutes. But if not, I hope you enjoyed the practice and you feel better and have started to master side crow now. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste.